Hey, Epiphany people. One of my favorite things is children's stories, and Dr. Seuss is among my favorites. Horton Hears a Who has been on my mind lately. I'm thinking about Horton the elephant and his big ears, and how he alone in the jungle can hear a whole little town on the top of a dust speck. Some people in the jungle thought he was not a good person and that he was making it all up, like that sour kangaroo and her little kangaroo in her pouch, or the Wickersham brothers who threatened to boil that little town that he said was on the speck. They were determined to show that there was nobody there. But Horton knew that he had to save the Whos in Whoville, that tiny town full of all kinds of little people. And so he said that they all needed to shout and make as much noise as possible so that every voice could be counted and they could be seen and heard. I want to share with you a little bit about this. Horton called back to the mayor, "I can hear you just fine, but the kangaroo's ears aren't as strong quite as mine. They don't hear a thing. Are you sure all your boys are doing their best? Are they all making noise? Are you sure every Who down in Whoville is working? Quick, look through your town. Is there anyone shirking?" Through the town rushed the mayor from the east to the west, but everyone seemed to be doing his best. Everyone seemed to be yipping and yapping. Everyone seemed to be beeping and bapping. But it wasn't enough. All this ruckus and roar. He had to find someone to help him make more. He raced through each building. He searched floor to floor. And just as he felt he was getting nowhere and almost about to give up in despair, he suddenly burst through the door, and that mayor discovered one shirker, quite hidden away in the Fairfax Apartments, apartment 12J. A very small shirker named Jojo was standing, just standing, and bouncing a yo-yo. Not making a sound, not a yip, not a chirp. And the mayor rushed inside and he grabbed the young twerp. And he climbed with the lad up the Eiffelberg Tower. "This," cried the mayor, "is your town's darkest hour. The time for all Whos who have blood that is red to come to the aid of their country," he said. "We've got to make noises in greater amounts. So open your mouth, lad, for every voice counts." Thus he spoke as he climbed. When they got to the top, the lad cleared his voice and he shouted out, "Yop!" And the yop, that one small extra yop, put it over. Finally, at last, from that speck on the clover, their voices were heard. They rang out clear and clean, and the elephant smiled. "Do you see what I mean? They've proved they are persons, no matter how small, and their whole world was saved by the smallest of all." You might wonder why I am reading Horton Hears a Who, and why I'm thinking about this little Jojo. It's about the yop that puts us over the top. On my mind has been the associate pastor appeal. We deeply desire to have an associate pastor to join us in ministry here, to welcome newcomers, to help people already here feel more connected, to preach the word, to provide pastoral care, to lead our ministries of outreach. We need everyone in our congregation to make a financial commitment so that we can commit to a full-time associate pastor to join us in ministry and lead us in loving Jesus and serving others. We are looking for $82,500 in the next 6 months to close the gap in our operating budget. We need everyone's commitment to make this happen, and so we want you to be the yop that puts us over the top. So mail in, drop into the offering plate, deposit in the Far Hills secure lockbox right outside our office door, or make your commitment online. We need everyone. The Whos and I thank you.